hello there. I didn't see you come in. Welcome to Inside Szandor's Mind. I am your host, Szandor. This is the second of 2 vlogs that I've posted so far. The first vlog I posted almost immediately on the anniversary of me continuing to post videos on YouTube. That's pretty cool. So a month later, I decided to create a new vlog and kind of talk about where the channel's going, where the terrarium kit business is going, and some other things that we're doing. If you're new here, my name is Szandor. I run a business called Szandor's Phytomancy. I sell terrarium kits. I also make these cool terrarium videos on the YouTube. Phytomancy is the practice of plant magic. It comes from 2 Greek words. Phyto, a plant or that which grows, and mancy, meaning divination, prophecy, or oracle. You may have heard this wording convention used to describe magics in all sorts of fantasy creations, such as necromancy, hydromancy, pyromancy, and other such mancies. I wanted to talk a little bit about what we've been doing and where we're going. One of the things that I'm seeing a lot of positive trends in is that the channel has amassed quite a bit of subscribers since beginning. 39, I think, last time I checked. I'm not getting a ton of views on the shorts like I hoped, but the number that we need to actually be tracking for ourselves is subscribers. And a high number of the subscribers actually interact a whole bunch, which is great. Interaction is really what makes this worth it for me. This interaction also helps with the algorithm and all that stuff, but it also really helps me be motivated and feel encouraged, because it means that people are watching. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for commenting. And if you're new here, thank you for tuning in, period, and checking the channel out. My short content is much more different than this kind of stuff, but I don't know what I'm doing, as I'll soon describe. Like I said, some goals for this channel. We're 2 months in. Yay! Right now, I'm really new to the whole producing video and editing and all that jazz. I'm using DaVinci Resolve, and it's really great, and it's very powerful, but I wrote something down here that I have. Oh yes, I also have a sense of humor that I'd like to inject in both the performance and the capture and editing style, and all the things of my absurd humor and vision is overshadowed completely by my lack of skill. I'm learning how to do editing from scratch. Particular sound editing, I kind of suck at sound engineering. It's okay, but I'm getting better at it. That's the cool thing. I'm learning quite a lot, actually, by doing all this stuff. I like to challenge myself and do new things. That's partially why I wanted to do this in the first place. My editing quality is going up, and as some of you might have seen if you consume my shorts content, is that I've started to implement auto captions. I find that people have a difficult time understanding what I'm actually saying sometimes because I have a particular way of speaking, and sometimes I mumble my words. Because of my fast and loose style of editing and fast and loose style of recording video, I sometimes become incomprehensible. I'm working to fix that, and the subtitles is one of those things. I've also worked on increasing the quality of the audio. I've done some simple things like using a stand for the microphone instead of simply setting it on my desk. And I've learned a little bit about audio editing. Some more things need to be learned and some more things need to be absorbed in the old cranium, but I'll get there. My editing skills will only improve from here. Like I mentioned, I would like to include more of my humor. I have got absurdist humor, and I'd like to be in character more. In my first vlog, I broke character immediately the first 30 seconds into the video. This time, I'm trying to not break character. Except when I go to tell you that I'm not really an actor. I was an actor at some point, but I'm not an actor now. I was an actor in high school. But yes, anyway, I also have a long form video coming up soon. This terrarium behind me with the calf skull. Hello. An intruder has arrived and has retreated. The terrarium with the calf skull behind me and the driftwood horns, I'm going to be featuring in a long form build video. Some very interesting behind the scenes collaboration things have been happening, and I've been teasing it a little bit on my community posts. But what's going on is that I was visited by some space wizards known as Lagrange, and they gifted me with the gift of music. I now have access to two songs written specifically for this channel. L1 from Lagrange is a personal friend of mine, and I've known him since way back in mage school. So I was very pleased to hear from him and his group. I'm very excited to produce this terrarium. I'm hoping that it will be included in the music video for the new album. If you like the track that has been playing in my shorts, it's been known as Phytomantorium. It's currently not available anywhere except for my YouTube videos and private chats between me and Lagrange. They are releasing an album soon, and I should have wrote it down in my notes, but I will be sure to make a short outlining all of it and kind of highlighting the project a little bit. I would really like to see them see some success, and it looks like they will. In fact, they are more successful on YouTube than I am, having started more recently than me. But yes, it's okay. Moving on. Yes. Something I wanted to explain in the last vlog, I talked about how terrariums kind of have a certain type of magic to it. Typically, our terrariums will have phytomantic magic, or earth magic, or green magic, depending on where you hail from. This terrarium in particular will share its phytomantic energy with necromancy. I happen to live near a cemetery which collects a lot of necromantic energy, and this vessel will help channel and refine some of that raw necromantic energy and allow the local necromancers, my friends and colleagues, to be able to access that mana more cleanly. My thesis in mage school was kind of around this, but it was not received as well because I was kind of a layabout in mage school, if I'm being honest. Anyway, this project should be happening fairly fast. I have a very tight deadline. I need to get it across the state of Washington the week of the 17th of August. So I have about 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks to finish the project. I'm going to be doing some more advanced techniques. My first video I intended to be a complete beginner video, outlining everything in the long form format so that a beginner can learn how to build a terrarium all on their own. The circumstances have changed, and I'm happy for that. I'm kind of setting expectations. I do it a lot in my day job. For my business, I've spent quite a bit of time thinking about how to move forward with the terrarium kit business. As I said in my last vlog, I came to somewhat of a crossroads after a very terrible market. Basically, the long and the short of it is there's a huge both opportunity cost and financial cost in attending in-person markets. I'm finding it really hard to justify all of those costs. Not only do a lot of markets cost money to buy a table at, but you have to feed yourself, you have to feed any of your helpers, you have to pay any of your helpers in some cases, which I have done in the past. Generally, I don't make any money at these markets. If I sell a terrarium kit, I'm making money, but it's every market I do decreases the margin of the profit I make on every terrarium kit I sell, if that makes sense. If that makes any sense at all. That was difficult for me to find the words to describe, if that makes sense. I'm going to be stepping back from doing in-person sales, which is good because I would much rather spend my time with my family or doing my hobbies or filming content for you folk. So I would still like to sell terrarium kits, but ideally I need to move it to the internet. So if you think you would enjoy a custom terrarium kit where you get some sort of vintage glass from a secondhand source, either a thrift, estate sale, or garage sale, with hand illustrated instructions by myself, um, three plants, hardscape, and rocks and sticks hardscape, moss, and all the substrates you need in your kit. So everything you need to create a terrarium, all bundled in one kit. If you're interested in purchasing something like this, please comment so below. I'm thinking about setting up something limited without going through the formality of jumping through the hoops of setting up an online store. And if that is successful, then um, I will set up the online store. I've already sort of jumped through all the hoops and picked all the people I need to pick and all the brands and services I need to contract with, so I figured all that stuff out. I just need to figure out the shipping, which is the most critical part of all of this, because I need to figure out how to ship one, live plants, alongside of two, a glass fragile jar. So it gets very complicated very quickly. I am way out of my element. For this whole business and YouTube channel, I'm a one person show. So I would really like to dedicate a lot of my time moving my sales to an online platform that I control on my own website. I'm not doing Etsy. That's kind of a trap. I understand that's a trap, and I don't want to be in that trap. Doing my own website, which I control, using my own processor, and going through all those hoops in the long term will be what makes, hopefully, this business successful. Because my philosophy was that I was chasing my customers, and now I'm going to let my customers chase me. So if you're interested in a terrarium kit that includes everything you need to make a kit terrarium, then please comment down below, and we'll figure it out, and we'll get there. I'll set an update. I'll do a short. I'll private message you or comment on your comment. However, I'll get the word out. Send carrier pigeons. Send imps, homunculi to deliver the message. You'll get it. You'll get it. If the homunculi show up, don't let them inside. Don't do it. I did have some viewer questions. At least two. I had two viewer questions. We had somebody who wanted to see my tattoo. It says, "You can take the boy out of the swamp. ... It, it kind of works off of an old phrase. I don't remember how the phrase goes because I'm not a phraseologist. But essentially, it's to remind me that I have an inner Florida man inside of me and I need to let him out. I'm originally from Florida. I'm from somewhere else originally, but I've spent most of my life in Florida. This is just a simple reminder of me to not be passive, essentially. Yeah. I also have a cat, a tattoo of a cat that is yelling out in anguish, and the text "anguish" is above it. I got that kind of in dedication to my late familiar Mushu, who I miss dearly. Thank you for tuning in and watching this. If you watch this or any of my other content, truly thank you. I am a very small creator, and your likes and interactions and comments really boost my energy. It makes me want to keep going forward and doing this thing. Whatever this is, because I don't really know what this is. Maybe someone will tell me what this is? What? Do you know what it is? Yeah, homunculi, they're useless. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, do not forget to toll the bell! Yes, I did the bell thing. It probably looked weird on camera, but whatever. Oh, I'm still, yes. I'm still recording. Let me just turn this off. Where's the button? Where's the button? Did you get rid of the button? Put it back. Thank you.